light of His word, what a glory He sheds on our way. When we do His good will, He abides with us still, and with all who will trust and obey. Not a shadow can rise, not a cloud in the skies, but His smile quickly drives it away. Not a doubt or a fear, not a sigh or a tear, can abide while we trust and obey. Trust and obey.
I've always been excited about what the Army is accomplishing in other parts of the world, and it was very exciting to know that for a few years now the Corps has had this emphasis around New Year's time of taking a few of its young people and older people to Mexico, to a children's home. We haven't had opportunity until this year to go with them, and we were very excited this year that the Corps could actually go to a Salvation Army children's home just south of the border. I know the value, the importance of it, because it really does open up the eyes to that which is important in life, and makes those who participate very appreciative of what they have and realizing that God has blessed us in mighty ways. On the trip, on the mission trip, there were many great moments as a team. The team itself was just a blessing as each of us worked together and really were able to emphasize each other's strengths and help with each other's weaknesses, and we just worked together very well, the 11 of us that went on the team. It was not, we did not realize really what we were going to face, but the officers there, the Santineos, Captain and Mrs. Santineo, just received us with welcome arms. We were afraid that perhaps we wouldn't be needed, or that things were already fine, but we were to find a children's home really in need of our help, and that was great to be able to provide for them. And the Santineos were just a blessing to us, and that really was the highlight of my experience, was to see these young officers in difficult circumstances, and the way that we were able to encourage them. Even though we had very little language in common, we understood each other, not through the few words that we had that we could translate, but we understood each other because of the shared love of God and a real feeling that we are part of this big Salvation Army family.
When fellowship sweet, we will sit at His feet, or walk by His side in the way. What He says we will do, where He sends we will go. Never fear, only trust and obey.
I like that the fact that the mission trip for us has come right after Christmas, and you have this totally commercialized time of year, and then you've overbought and all that stuff, and then you go to where you're helping people who have the bare necessities of life. So for me, I guess it just keeps everything on an even keel. When it's all said and done, everything's put back into perspective.
Over and over, like a mighty, mighty sea, the sweet love of Jesus comes washing over me. Over and over, over and over, open my heart. a mighty, mighty sea. The sweet love of Jesus comes washing over me, over and over.
I was inspired by Viviana. She's one of the employees at the children's home in Nuevo Laredo. She's 22, and just seeing her, she has such a joie de vivre, such a joy of life, and she has such a heart for God. Watching her work in everything that she does, you could tell that she was trying to do her best and work her hardest, and there was never a moment where she was lazy or slacking off. And she was also the guitar player on Sunday morning, and randomly throughout the week she would pull out her guitar and play songs, and it just reminded me a lot of David. She seemed like she was sitting there, right there, trying to please the Lord and wanting to do her best for Him every moment of every day. And in fact, it said that in one of the songs that she was singing, when I translated it roughly, it said that she wanted to give her best every day of her life, and she wanted to make her best offering unto the Lord.
Over and over, like a mighty, mighty sea, the sweet love of Jesus comes washing over me, over and over, over and over. Open my heart, Lord, I want to be free. I cannot explain your love for me, Lord. I cannot explain your love for me. Can't explain, Lord. Help me to accept your love for me.
One moment or event that stands out to me was on the Saturday when we first arrived at the children's home. We came in and the kids were kind of buzzing around with excitement, and we were all just naturally excited being in a new place and a new opportunity for ministry. And out came one of the gentlemen who we met as a retired officer, Samuel, just pulled out his accordion and began playing, and the kids just automatically just came in and lined up around him and began singing Sunday school choruses in Spanish. And even though we didn't quite understand the translation and maybe all the words they were singing, just right from the moment we walked in, we felt so privileged to be there. Here we had come on this mission trip maybe thinking we were the ones offering service, and we were blessed right away when we walked through those doors and were greeted by the kids and Samuel with his accordion.
Comes washing over me, over and over. To be free.
particularly encouraged by the way the group and the young people in the group contribute spiritually to the group and to the folks we're serving with. We did share devotions as a team prior to going to the children's home each morning, and to hear what's on the hearts of Zach Hodson and Ian Anderson, as well as others, is just very encouraging to me, and really points out that we can and do learn from each other.